Patriotism is, among other things, a state of peace. It is taking pride in one's nation because it does the right thing. And for a change, I am addressing Christians in a way that is even tempered. You know, I can't for the life of me imagine Jesus Christ supporting a war that is really about nothing more than oil and money. It's not about freedom. It's not about weapons of mass destruction. It's not about any of those things. Are the French still so horrible because they checked out the intelligence before the hostilities began over there? Are they still evil? Are your French fries still freedom fries? You know, showing the contempt for people who stand up and say what they feel is to rain down all of this hostility and xenophobia on the French and the Germans and other countries who didn't go along with little Georgie's plans, conjured up with the assistance of Dick Cheney. You know, it's very disturbing to see, once the words have been put out there in the light of truth in the new day, people not apologizing for their treatment of others. Jesus Christ, the Buddha, I can't for the life of me imagine either one of them throwing bombs at their enemies, perceived, imagined, or otherwise. We got into the war in Iraq based on a house of cards, each and every one a lie. Now we're going into Afghanistan. During the war in Iraq, the beginning of it, I wrote something called Basil's verse. Perhaps the stars resting upon the beautiful, lonely cloak of the midnight blue sky, illuminating the night with the moon riding high, are the souls of friends past from this life, watching, waiting, until the friend of the last friend and the spirit of them has from Mother Earth gone to flight, meeting the rest, breathing happy celestial white. When the journey to the end of time through the universe does come to pass, they fly two by two by two together through the cosmos, where at last they shall rest their weary wings in at the loving feet of the One, taking all our pain in the loving warmth of heaven's sun. I look out at a very different America from the one my father took such pride in. He served 30 years through 3 wars. One of the things that he took pride in was defending the Bill of Rights, which seems to keep going up in cinders in the hands of these politicians. And I don't care if they're Republicans or Democrats. Helping with the erosion of the Bill of Rights is sticking a dagger in the heart of America, of the dream of the Founding Fathers. It is a very sad thing. And my distaste and anger and outrage over needless war is such that, you know, I will see how things go with President Obama in Afghanistan before I make a judgment. But overall, war is an evil that needs to be eradicated. I feel very strongly about this. Would there be a situation where I would support a war? Certainly. If Canada or Mexico invaded us and started attacking us, or some other countries started to, launch missiles on our populace, and we knew exactly who it was, there is honor in self-defense, in defending oneself. We all know that not a single passport on those planes was Iraqi. If you want to talk about integrity and about principles in war, well, most of those people were Saudi Arabian. Why didn't we invade Saudi Arabia? Could it have something to do with the capitalists in this country loving Saudi oil so much that they'll forgive anything, even the killing of a few thousand American citizens? When I was in Boston and we were doing Eyes Wide Open a few years ago, at the time, there was 2,039 U.S. dead. On the other side, we put the empty, the side where the American GIs were, we put out 2,039 empty combat boots representing them. And on the other side of the Boston Common, we put the shoes of men, women, and children, civilians, from the other villages that were empty, to demonstrate the toll of the early parts of the war. You take people's dreams, you traumatize nations and people with bloodshed, and it's a sad thing to me to watch this, and no, it's not something that I am disposed to tolerate for very long. We have to make sure that when we do engage in conflict, that we do it with purpose and for honorable reasons. Greed, the acquisition of wealth, oil, doing it to protect American interests, which are really corporations. A lot of them, are global. It's not even the American citizens that are benefiting from the capital brought in. If you want to take that most cynical look at things and think, well, a few thousand dead makes it all right, my stock is going up. We've got to get out of this mindset. In the modern age, our complex thinking on economics makes us no better than angry baboons. This is Joost Lundberg. Keep hope and love in your heart. Follow your dreams and keep the dream of America and liberty alive. But accept the fact that other nations have the right to decide their own course. Thank you.